All right, we are set to begin. We will begin with the opening statement from our first candidate, going alphabetically. Please welcome David Greenfield.
Thank you. I want to thank the organizers of the event, the Jewish Press, and their managing editor, Jerry Greenwald, for creating a forum where we can exchange ideas. I also want to thank the icon of Jewish radio, Nachum Siegel, for moderating this event. And most importantly, I want to thank all of you for taking the time on a chilly Wednesday evening to join us here to discuss how we can improve our community by filling this open seat of our outstanding former councilman, Simcha Felder. You know, I think about this question a lot. Why am I running for city council? After all, it's a lot of hard work. I wake up at 5 a.m. every morning, prepare a bottle for my 4-month-old son, then I head out to Daven Shachris, and I rush to a train station by 7 a.m. when the next 17 hours of my campaign day begins. The answer to why I'm running is that I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated by the fact that as a 30-something-year-old lawyer, I can't afford to buy a home in the community where I've lived my whole life. I'm frustrated that as a resident of Boro Park who lives on 18th Avenue and 60th Street, I can never find parking, and that when I do, invariably, I find a $115 parking ticket on my windshield, courtesy of the city of New York. I'm frustrated because the cost of educating our children has gone through the roof, while our salaries have hit the floor. But frustration is not enough. I spent the last 5 years taking out my frustration through an umbrella group called Teach NYS. When others said we couldn't accomplish, we proved them wrong. Working together, this advocacy group, we were the ones that led the effort to pass a $330 tax credit for school-aged children. We were the ones that secured millions of dollars in new funding for our yeshivas, and we were the ones who started a program with the help of the mayor and Councilman Simcha Felder, where thousands of school children receive absolutely free tutoring. So for the next 27 days, I'm going to ask you to take out your frustration at the ballot box on Tuesday, March 23rd. Take out that frustration by voting for someone who's in the same situation as you are and will work as hard as you do for your own families to improve the lives of our community. That's why over the next 27 days, I will be asking you to vote for me, David Greenfield, for City Council on Tuesday, March 23rd. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Jerry Greenwald, Naomi Maurer, and the staff of the Jewish Press for presenting this forum tonight. I would like to thank Nachum Siegel for moderating. I would like to thank Ellie Castell and I guess my class and the board of the Boro Park Y for allowing us to use this facility. And someone is in the audience that I have to acknowledge because she is probably one of the most well-known people in this entire community, Mrs. Miriam Lubling, who is the most phenomenal individual in this community. She really should be the next city councilman here. I'm going to ask the same question. Why is Joe Lazar running? Joe Lazar is a budget expert, government budget expert. I've been doing it for many years. I was a budget director for the New York City Department of Buildings. I was the New York City Regional Director for the New York State Office of Mental Health. Why is that important to you? You, the voters, have taken the time out tonight to come here, to listen to us, to find out about the issues. You're really the most important people in this room. You are the ones who came here to listen and find out more about the people who are going to be running on March 23rd. I only have 90 seconds, so please. But seriously, why is my experience so important to you? In this day of budget cuts, when we're cutting budgets at every level of government, city, state, and federal, you need someone who understands government budgeting. You need someone who knows where to look in government agencies to find the money that's being wasted, to find the money that's not being appropriated properly, and who knows how to find that money, who knows how government runs, because I've been in government, and who knows how to reappropriate that money. Before we go out and tax everybody to death, and before we ticket everybody to death, Let's find the money that's not being used appropriately. Let's reallocate those funds so that we can do what we need to do for the citizens of this city. I know that everybody in this room is concerned about yeshivas, and so am I. I'm concerned about yeshivas, and I helped build many of the yeshivas that are in this community. I know that you're concerned about affordable housing, and I helped to build the first affordable housing program that SEPCO put up, 15th Avenue Garden. I know that you're concerned about health services, and I helped establish many, many mental health programs in this community, and even long after I've left government, they're still in operation. And I know that you're concerned about your children, and I was very much involved in the Kids at Risk programs that had to be done in this community. When people came to me and told me about the problem, I had funding in State Office of Mental Health directed to the problem in this community. And just to wrap up, I will use my experience in government to help this community to reallocate the funding and make things happen so that we can afford the things that we need and that you need and that you want me to fight for. Thank you.
Thank you very much.